Hey friends, welcome to the D2R Architecture. I work in Ontario, Canada as a professional architect, and today I'm going to talk about the design and permit process steps for the pool house. People start to design pool house in the mid of summer and mostly they completed after the summer. Mostly they have no idea about how the design and permit process work and how much time it takes. I made this chart to explain you about the whole process in very simple language. I know this chart is looking more complex, but believe me, after this video you are going to pro about the overall design and permit process. I also put numbers in the box that indicated the step numbers. Okay, let's dive into it and start the process with the architectural drawings. That's the step number one, and that's all about the hiring an architect or a designer. Step number 2 is all about the 10 things you know before hiring an architect. I already made a video on that, so you can check that. I already put the link in the description, so you go first and watch that. If you have 10 answers from the previous videos, then the second step, conceptual drawings, is very easy for you. In this step, the architects give you the basic idea about the design, style, material, and many more details. After being approved by the client, architect generates the final plans, and that's the step number 3. You have to review very carefully final designs because after your approval, architects start to work on the permit drawings. Also, he sent drawings to other agencies for their designs like engineered floor or truss roof companies like that. After final approval, if you do major changes due to whatever reasons like changing the roof style or wall materials, then you have to spend more money and it affects the overall project timeline. I will make a video about how can you check your final designs and all stuff like that. After approval of your final design, architect work on the 3D model as a step number 5 and give you the render images. In that images, you have good visual information about the materials color and alignment. You can see the roof slope and the building exterior look, door and window style. Also you can see the building material together. And the last thing is you must check is the post and beam thickness. I don't like thin post. If you just need 6 by 6 post, then you can wrap it with fox cladding or make it 8 by 8 post. If you are using a timber post, then you can't wrap it with the other material. So just use 8 by 8 timber post for a better look. Step number 6 is to hire a contractor because at this point you have your final designs and specifications on your hand. If you already hire someone, then you can discuss about the project with him. It is easier for both of you now to discuss about the project. As a client, you can compare exactly how much you are going to spend on your project because you have many budget codes from the different contractor agencies as well. At the same time, architect move the process forward and work on the step number 7, that's the site plan. For the site plan, the architect checks the zoning bylaw and provides the setbacks from the property line. At this point, you can decide the proper location of the building as per the city rules and regulations. Step number 8 is to check the conservation status of the property. The simple definition is the legal authorities decide that it is not going to damage the ecosystems and natural habitats. If your property is under conservation, then you must need a permit from the conservation authority. For the conservation authority, you have to pay fees and that will also increase overall budget and timeline. Step number 9 is the heritage status. If the property considered the heritage property, then you must need a permit for that. Basically, you must submit a demolition and proposal drawings in front of the committee. They will review their drawings and comments on the drawings, like if they have any objections or suggestions on that. Overall, that's also increase the project timeline, so make sure about it. Step number 10 is about the septic tank. Mostly countryside house has a septic systems. If there is no centralized sewage system available for the house, then you must need a septic system. Whenever we propose any drawings to the city and if we have a septic tank on a site, then we must have to show that septic tank on a site plan. We always require a minimum distance between the septic tank and a building for the structural safety. You can find the distance in your building code. Septic tank design is done by the separate professional company. In Ontario, Building Code Part A is deal with the septic design, construction, operation and maintenance. For the permit of septic, you have to provide drawings with the building drawings and documents to the city. Step number 13 is truss design or engineered roof. If you are going with stick roof framing, then your architect will design and your contractor going to build it. On that case, you don't have to deal with truss agency. But if the building span is more, then you need a truss roof. For that, you must send a drawings to the truss agency and then they will provide you detail with engineered stamp. The drawings you must submit to the municipality with a permit drawings. On that time, you must discuss with trust agency about placing order and how much time they take to deliver actual roof on a site. During the summer time, they are so busy, so start your project as soon as possible. The last step is to get permit. After doing all of the drawings and documents, now it's time to get your permit. If your architect is going to deal with the city, then it's totally fine. Otherwise, from the beginning of the project, contact the city via email and ask for the process and list of documents. Also make sure about the drawings and document submission process because some city accept the online PDF and all, but on the countryside small cities they don't accept the PDF. That's everything for this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click down below.